Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, Avdiivka is going to be game over pretty soon for the Ukrainians over there. Unfortunately for them, and fortunately for the other guys. So what's going on? The Russians amass a big number of troops, and it seems like this is going to be the final thrust. Let me show you this article from Ukrinform, and I'm going to show you some maps. Let's start with the article. Ukrinform, today, the 14th of February 2024. Enemy, this being the Russians, amasses about 50,000 troops in Avdiivka sector. The enemy has amassed about 50,000 troops in the Avdiivka sector. If the enemy cuts off logistics supply routes to Avdiivka, the Defense Forces Command has provided for backup supply lines. How in the hell? Let me see. So this is the map of Ukraine. Let me show you where Avdiivka is. According to this map, the Russians are not doing a very good job at updating the map. So this is Avdiivka. I would say, according to this map, let's say 65-70% surrounded, encircled. But I'm going to show you the other map, and the other map shows even more. So here is the other map, which shows a little bit more. This is the last line of contact would be this of transport right there. And if that's gonna go away, this is the only one that there is. This is already done. So you see they're already closing here and here. So if you look at the other map right there, this is already covered in the other map, on the other map. And the only thing would be here, straight to the west. That's it. That little road over there going somewhere. Click, 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 click. So I don't know what these guys are talking about. What kind of provider for backup supply lines? Where at? Dmitro Likhovy, the head of the communication department of the Tavria Operational and Strategic Grouping of Troops, said this on Ukrainian television when asked about the threat of cutting off supply routes in the Avdiivka sector. Ukrinform reports. Well, he had to say something, right? I guess. And I'm quoting, "Our approach is that we do not comment on the events in Avdiivka in real time. We do not comment on the events in Avdiivka in real time because it is not a football match, and for reasons of safety of deploying units, we cannot talk about the specific location of positions and troops." Correct. As of now, the situation on the front line is dynamic. That's what I say. It's dynamic or tense, usually they say. That means they get a pounding, bum, bum, bum. And can change literally every hour. Our troops are making every effort to hold their positions. No, their goal is just to inflict as much damage to the Russian troops, and in the meantime, sacrificing themselves. The Ukrainians, I'm talking. In case the main logistics line is cut off by the enemy, our command has provided for backup supply routes. How in the screw up? How? This is the only thing you got right here. That's the only thing you got. And you have to go click until you get somewhere here. But hey, there's a route. Supply routes, he said, plural. Now that's even more of a garbage. He added that fighting has been going on inside Avdiivka for several days now, which is causing a change in the tactics of the defense forces. The situation is flexible and dynamic. Maybe tense too. I want to see that little word. The enemy is using armored groups in the north and south of Avdiivka on same days. Why north and south? Because they try to encircle it, and right here, north right here and south right here. They're going to come and hold hands after they get there. On same days, the enemy is using small assault groups. The day before, the enemy deployed small infantry assault groups in one direction of the contact line, but they consisted of 5 to 6 brigades at once. This is an indication of the intensity of the fighting, the spokesman noted. In total, the enemy has amassed about 50,000 troops in the Avdiivka sector, said Likhovy. He noted that the defense forces are fighting for every piece of their homeland, while the priority is to save the soldiers' lives. I don't believe that squat. What do you mean you defend, you protect or whatever, save soldiers' lives when you have them? They're gonna be encircled, and then what's the chance? Anyway, at the same time, when the situation, I'm quoting, when the situation on the battlefield is becoming the most difficult, the main thing is to save the lives of soldiers and take them to another position. Well, until it's not too late. To act flexibly, to maneuver in order to save soldiers for the next fighting, to recapture the territory that may have been lost. As for Avdiivka, I can say that the events of the last few days, particularly the enemy's artillery and rocket attacks on the settlements of Donetsk region, Pokrovsk district, which are located a little west of Avdiivka, show what each of these settlements and villages can turn into after the front line moves a little further west, explained the spokesman. Yeah, so they're planning about defending further west right here. So they're planning. That's good. That's good. I think you should have planned before this. Why do you fight in a town and then you say, hey, the Russians destroyed the town? Think about Paris. Paris was called an open city when the Germans came closer, and the Germans spared it, did not destroy Paris in France, if you remember that one. But these guys fight in each and every town, and then when the destruction is complete, they say, see what the Russians did? What the fuck have you been doing in that town? Defending it? I mean, the Russians are going to come where you are. If you are in the town, they're going to come in the town. If you are in the woods, they're going to look for you in the woods. So that garbage with, oh, they destroyed Bakhmut, oh, they destroyed this one. Were you fighting over there inside of Bakhmut? Yeah, you were. Why? Oh, defending our country. Then, I don't know. If you can't have them both, I guess. As reported by Ukrinform, the armed forces of Ukraine eliminated about almost 400,000 Russian invaders in Ukraine from February 24, 2022 to February 14, 2024. Oh my. Well, this is what they say, and they give an update on how many helicopters, 325, they destroyed, 670 defense systems, and all that, 333 aircraft. They're fantastic. Someone I spoke with, and I'm going to share this with you, he said, I'm not convinced that the war over there is really occurring the way they say it's occurring, the intensity, the magnitude. He said I should have seen more videos on social media outlets or platforms, videos of cemeteries, things like this with not enough, according to this person, not enough evidence for that person to convince that really is so harsh as they say. It's 300 and almost 400,000 people, Russian invaders dead and so on. Well, I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that one. I work with the information I'm provided, and but I can keep that in mind because maybe there are some pieces of information. But on the other hand, if you see certain towns flattened, destroyed, and in ruins, definitely over there was heavy fighting. All right, here it is. 50,000 Russians are fighting in Avdiivka, and as I said, Avdiivka is it's just a matter of time. I feel sorry for the people who are ordered to sacrifice for, I would say, a lost cause. But that's my assessment, wrong as it is. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.